So I have a different type of video today, and I just came up with the idea for this video because I was sat there thinking, hey, what a year was 2015. So I thought, let's bring it back. You know what I mean? Let's revisit 2015. I may get a nosebleed discussing half of this shit because, ooh, what a time, what a time. I think as well, like, if we're going to put it down to it, 2013, 2014, 2015, what a time to be alive. Listen, I do think, when this conversation comes up, I do think the people that were teenagers in the 2010s, we won. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, the reason I wanted to do this video is because, if you cannot tell by my shirt, which I have shrunk in the bloody wash, do not talk about it, this month was 15 years of One Direction, and like a lot of people got me thinking emotions, got me thinking things about Jesus Christ. I felt like that was only 2 years ago. My like understanding of time doesn't exist. I've realised this because if somebody said to me in passing, hey, remember this thing that happened in 2015? My brain will automatically go, yeah, that was only 2 years ago. I don't know why. But like 2015 was 2 years ago. What do you mean it was 10 years ago? We are all aging. We are all so old. I am wearing this shirt in homage to 15 years of One Direction. The real ones now. I did shrink it in the wash though, so don't make any comments about that. It used to be a baggy shirt. It used to be like a large, it used to be like an extra large baggy shirt, and I've shrank it in the wash and now it barely touches my hips. So let's not talk about it. So anyway, in this video I thought, hey, let's reminisce about the good old days. Or when talking about 2015 in particular, let's just revisit how batshit that year was in general. Like the shit that went down in 2015. What was going on there? So I just thought, let me just yap. I've brought this down to some categories, and one of the categories we're just going to talk about the movies that came out that year, which is shocking to me once I went through the list. Because this wouldn't be a video on my channel if we didn't talk about music from 2015. You hear that shit out and about in like a shop, and I think I could get a nosebleed. We're mostly going to be talking about 2015 pop culture, because I think 2015 is one of those years in particular where we were like, what the fuck was that? So we are just going to revisit 2015 pop culture, because why not? Now, guys, take deep breaths. It's maybe traumatizing some of you. Take a deep breath. So first of all, the movies that came out in 2015. My God, this made me feel old. So the movies that came out in 2015, we have Jurassic World. I will be honest, Jurassic World is the only good Jurassic World movie. And this is coming from somebody that loves Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park. I love the trilogy. I love the original Jurassic Park movies. I don't understand why some people do not like the trilogy, the original Jurassic Park trilogy. Jurassic Park, the original, is one of the best movies ever made. Everybody knows. I preach it every single time I'm watching a horror movie or we discuss movies on this channel. I'm a huge advocate for prosthesis and practical effects. I hate CGI. When it's something we have to be scared of in a movie, for example, dinosaurs, when it's something you have to be scared of in a movie, if it's CGI, ruins it for me. Absolutely ruins it for me. And as everybody knows, a majority Jurassic World movies, they're all CGI, like none of it's real. Also, guys, you know what else came out this year? Strap yourselves in. Or strap on, in this instance. 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey feels like it came out before 2015. Am I the only one that feels that? Yeah, guys, comment down below how old you guys were when you read 50 Shades of Grey. My mother had a copy, I'm going to be completely honest, my mother had a copy of the book and I read it when she'd fall asleep. The way when 50 Shades of Grey became this phenomenon and everyone was like, go read this dirty book. Have you read this? It's a dirty book, you need to go read it. And they're like, everyone read it. Yeah, all I will say, wouldn't anyone who like read 50 Shades of Grey and was shocked by what they read wouldn't survive 5 seconds on Wattpad in the early 2010s. Another movie we got this year, which is a fucking great movie in my opinion, The Martian, Ridley Scott. I love this movie. Now, we'll be honest with you, Alien is one of my favourite horror franchises. Well, my favourite franchises in general is Alien. But The Martian is definitely up there. One of my favourite Ridley Scott movies, 100%. We also had Robert Eggers' directorial debut with his first movie, which was The Witch. The Witch, however you want to say that movie. Like, this movie got a lot of buzz that year. I remember everyone was saying, have you seen The Witch? Have you seen The Witch yet? This is also the same year we got The Revenant, which is the movie that Leonardo DiCaprio finally won his Oscar for the following year. Revenant was a good movie, to be fair. Yeah. And what we also got this year, guys? Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, any Marvel people down below? Okay, I am a Marvel fan, okay? I am a big Marvel fan. Any Marvel fans down below, what is your opinion of Age of Ultron? Because people talk about Age of Ultron that it's a bad movie. I like Age of Ultron. Apparently that's an unpopular opinion if you're a Marvel fan. I like Age of Ultron. I think Ultron is he's a sick villain, and I think he's really creepy about it as well, and I think the voice casting is incredible. It's also the movie that gives us my favourite person in the entire MCU, which is Wanda, so I'm really not complaining. I like Age of Ultron. I don't understand how people don't like that movie, but each their own. And then we also got Inside Out that year. The movie where everybody wants to fuck the dad for some reason. Like that was maybe most people's biggest takeaway from Inside Out, was how many people, like, unabashedly online were saying how much they'd like to fuck the dad from Inside Out. I was like, I love that's what you took from this kid's movie, honestly. We also got the James Bond movie Spectre this year. And this year we also got... I can't do it. Whatever. We also got Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Oh, what a year. What a year to be alive, guys. Also, sidebar, I cannot wait for the new Hunger Games movie to come out with Haymitch's story. Ooh. We also had one of my favourite movies from this franchise that came out this year, which is Fast and Furious 7. Which is the final Paul Walker Fast and Furious. My personal favourite Fast and Furious movie is Fast 5. It's the one when they're in Brazil and they steal the vault. That one is my favourite Fast and Furious. And second is Fast and Furious 7 because it is good. It is fucking great. Also this year we got Star Wars The Force Awakens. Okay, guys, is this a safe space? Okay, I have only ever seen one Star Wars movie in my entire life. What one is it? The one with Jabba the Hutt. That one. The one with Jabba the Hutt, and the famous one when Princess Leia is in chains, that one. And Jabba the Hutt's like held her captive. That one is the only one I've ever seen. And I know that like the Star Wars fandom fans are like very opinionated about those movies. Especially the newer ones. I'm just saying. Because also one thing about the Star Wars movie that I do not understand is why they're not in order. Like, why are you telling me... Why are you saying Star Wars 8 comes out before Star Wars 3? I don't get it. I don't get it. I need somebody to like sit me down and explain how Star Wars is meant to go, because I don't understand it. Like, why you tell me Star Wars 8 you have to watch before Star Wars 3, or like Star Wars 8 came out first. I don't know. And I will insert right now the highest grossing films of 2015. Number 1 was obviously Star Wars The Force Awakens, with 2 billion that year. Now we're going to talk about music that came out in 2015 now, guys. Oof, strap yourselves in. Right, guys, strap yourselves in, okay? So, 2015, we got the release of the following albums. We got Fifth Harmony, Reflection, Drake, if you're reading this, it's too late, Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. Don't get me started on that album. Oof. We got Demi Lovato, Confident. We got 5 Seconds of Summer, Sounds Good, Feels Good. We got The Neighbourhood, Wiped Out. Don't get me started on that album again. We got Little Mix, Get Weird, One Direction's Made in the AM, Justin Bieber's Purpose, Adele 25, and Selena Gomez Revival. Now, one thing about Teenage Me, you could not pry the Neighbourhood's music or One Direction's music out my cold dead hands. Okay, one thing about Teenage Me, you couldn't pry those two bands out my cold dead hands. So, big year for me. This was a big year for me, guys, musically. And I am going to insert right now the biggest albums of 2015. Oof, guys. Okay, so that's the albums. The songs from this year, guys. Oof. Like, if one of these came up on shuffle, I think I'd have a trauma response. It's that bad. The official top 40 for the biggest songs of 2015. Number 1, Uptown Funk. Fair enough. Number 2 on this, Cheerleader. Oh my god, that song screams 2015. It's not even a joke. That song is such... I hear that song and I have such a visceral flashback to being a teenager in 2015 to that song. And it's not a compliment. That song screams 2015. We got Take Me to Church, Hosier, What a Time. Love Me Like You Do, Ellie Goulding. That was big that year, obviously because it was from the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack and it was everywhere. You couldn't move that fucking song. Then we also had See You Again by Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth. Big song, again, big song, also everywhere. Other song came out this year, Hello by Adele. Oh my god, the next one on this list, Lean On. Ugh, that seems Cheerleader to me. Such a visceral flashback, such a visceral reaction and flashback to be 2015, and I mean that in an insulting way. Ooh, Hold Back the River, James Bay, What Do You Mean, Justin Bieber, Sorry, Justin Bieber, King, Years and Years, Thinking Out Loud, Ed Sheeran, Sugar, Maroon 5, Hold My Hand, Jess Glynn. Oh my god. Nothing Beats a Jet to Holiday, that one. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Oh my god, do you think Jess Glynn regrets giving Jet 2 Holidays the rights to that song? Guys, it's every 2 scrolls on TikTok someone is doing a video to that sound and it makes me laugh every single time. Where Are You Now, Skrillex. Oh my god, that was such a 2015 song as well. And Justin Bieber. Want to Want Me, Jason Derulo. Are You With Me, Lost Frequencies. 4 5 Seconds, Rihanna. Oh my god, what a good song. Shut Up and Dance. Oh, that's another one that's so 2015. It's not even a joke. How Deep Is Your Love. That's also very 2015. Oh my god. Can't Feel My Face, The Weeknd. Ooh. Firestone, Kygo. Trap Queen, Fatty Wap. Again, so 2015. Like, it's not a joke. Love Yourself, Justin Bieber, The Hills with The Weeknd, Earned It, The Weeknd, yep. Now, let's get into, I believe what the kids called pop culture moments. I just want to talk about shit that happened. Let's just talk about the shit that happened in 2015, because my god, what was going on. We're just gonna knock these 2 out of the park straight away, because you couldn't pay me to talk about this family for longer than I need to, okay? Okay, so 2015 was the year that Caitlyn Jenner came out to the world. Hey guys, remember when she committed vehicular manslaughter and no one ever spoke about it? Isn't that weird? Also the same year, same family, so let's carry on. This was also the year of the Kylie Jenner lip challenge. Guys, why was everyone doing this? Why was everyone doing this? Oh my good god. God bless. If you don't know what that is, God bless. I remember there was a girl in my class that would do this in the middle of class. Like, we'd be in class learning something and I'd look over and she would have a water bottle lid around her lips and she'd be like sucking it. It's middle of class. I'm like, we're trying to... What? Hey guys, sound off in the comments down below. Do you think the Kylie Jenner lip challenge would have become a thing if they were just very honest from the beginning that they've had work done and it wasn't simply makeup that made them look that way? Where Yeah, but as I said at the beginning of this section, you couldn't pay me to talk about that family, so let's move on very fast. So this was also the year that women in Hollywood spoke up about the gender pay gap that they were receiving compared to their male co-stars in Hollywood. This was, I believe, the momentum kicked in for this because Jennifer Lawrence wrote a letter to, I want to say, the New York Times, I don't believe it was, but one of the newspapers in America, talking about how unequal her pay was in American Hustle, I believe it was. I would hope by now, 10 years later, it has gotten better. Big what happened that year is Adele returned back into the spotlight and she released the album 25. Listen, I'm 24. The idea that by my age Adele has written maybe the best album of all time, 21, and 25 is really depressing. And I remember when that, like, the teaser for Hello dropped. Can you remember when, like, the teaser for Hello dropped for the video? Everyone lost their damn mind. It was like, Adele's back, Adele's back. Like, I believe Adele is doing it correctly. Do you know what I mean? Like, you drop music, you disappear for 6 years, you disappear for like 20 years, you come back to another one. I think, yeah, Adele does it well. I love Adele. Also, another thing I found out when I was researching for this video, this was the year that the term Netflix and chill became a thing, because also this was the year that streaming really took over. Guys, asking really valid question right now. Who actually uses the saying Netflix and chill? Please, please. Who's ever used it seriously? Please. You know what? Let's get into it. This was also the year that, let's be honest, fans were in the absolute trenches when it came to music and certain artists in the music industry. 2015 was the year, I wrote my notes, Justin Bieber was doing shit. This was the year that One Direction, as I said, Justin Bieber's Purpose album dropped and One Direction's Made in the AM album dropped, but they dropped on the same day in 2015. I believe it was November 17th, something like that. Now, this was a time to be alive in many senses of the word, because Justin Bieber fans, One Direction fans were at each other's throats constantly across the internet. They really were on. Yeah, it was a bloodbath. It was a bloodbath this year. I will say this, I was a big My World Justin Bieber fan, because that was definitely like when he came out on the scene. Everyone's like, who is this? I also watched his Never Say Never, the movie he did, like the documentary movie, and I like became a fan of him because of that. I was a big My World Bieber. You put a song on from My World, I will know every word, don't get me wrong. And I also like a bit of Believe as well, that album. Is that what it's called? Yeah, that album, I was a fan of that as well. But I was always like, I was always a fan of One Direction more. That was like really around the time where he started getting into trouble. He had like this bad boy persona that everybody knew about, and it was like very cringy to watch. And he also started dressing like he was wearing a full diaper at all times. That was such a weird time. That was such a weird time. And I've been a fan of One Direction since X Factor, so it was very easy for me to be like, yeah, I prefer One Direction. Like, I don't get the Justin Bieber thing anymore. So this year was the year of beef between One Direction fans and Justin Bieber fans, which also birthed one of my favourite images on the internet. And I know some people can comment down below that image is edited. I want to believe it's not edited, so leave me be. And it's this. It's this picture of Selena Gomez commenting on an Instagram post telling somebody to buy Made in the AM instead of Justin Bieber's album. I love it. It's one of my favourite images the internet has ever given us. If somebody tells me it's edited, shut up, I don't want to know. It's one of my favourite pictures. Anyway, as I said, guys, this was a big year for fandom. Most importantly, as everybody knows, this was the year that Zayn Malik left One Direction. I think when Zayn Malik left One Direction is a lot like when Michael Jackson died. Everybody remembers where they were when they heard the news. Sound off in the comments down below, guys. Where were you when you heard Zayn Malik left One Direction, when you read the statement for the first time? I'll tell you exactly where I was. Oh shit! Oh, someone's cutting grass outside. I had like just got on the bus to leave school. I sat down, I pulled out my phone, put my headphones in, and I believe it was a Facebook status was how they told the world. My God, what times have changed. My God, times have changed. And I remember like seeing it, opened it, read the entire statement, closed out of it, opened my music app, and I listened to the entire One Direction discography from start to finish, and I just stared out the window and didn't speak a word to anybody. As I like had my earphones in, blocking out the world because I was staring out the window thinking, oh my God, Zayn Malik has left One Direction. I just heard people on the bus going, I mean, Zayn Malik's left One Direction, guys, get on, kick your phone. Like, people were shouting it on the bus, and I was like, don't talk about it. And people were shouting it on the bus, and then everybody found out. I think there was a girl audibly sobbing at the front of the bus. So, what it's time to be alive. And subsequently, this was also the same year that One Direction also announced that they were going on a hiatus for 18 months. I don't talk about it personally. Here's the thing about the One Direction tour. The only thing, listen, and I understand, like, listen, one day there's 100% going to be a documentary that comes out about those boys and the fact that they were overworked. Because if you look, I'll try and, like, insert it here. If you look at, they were only together for 5 years. And to think they were the world's biggest boy band and they were only together for 5 years is insane. They released an album. They released 5 albums. They were only together for 5 years. They released an album a year, and it was always in November. It was always a November album. And they did world tours. Like, they 100% were overworked. And I think, that's the thing though, I think One Direction fans, even back then, were we were aware that they were 100% overworked. Name me one artist that has released one album every single year for 5 years in a row. That's unheard of. They were 100% overworked. A lot of people in the past couple of years as well have come out about like the Simon Cowell's label, Psycho, because of how they were treated. Like, people who were on X Factor that got a record deal have come out and spoke about it. I think the thing... Can you guys remember, if any of you were like Fifth Harmony fans, can you guys remember a couple years back when there was that leaked audio of Lauren Horegi from 5 Seconds Summer, Fifth Harmony, from Fifth Harmony, and she was complaining, she was like, they treat us like slaves. I wasn't shocked that they were going to go on a break because they were 100% overworked. I think before they went on the break though, I think they should have recorded one performance, whether it was a concert or whether it was just like they were on a stage, just like in a live lounge, maybe, you know, like BBC One's live lounge, Radio One's live lounge, something like that, and they just did a live performance of the entire album of Made in the AM. What a Feeling and Where a Broken Heart's Got are my joint #1 songs, my favourite One Direction songs, a joint #1. I cannot pick between those two, they're just chef's kiss. Should have been a single, then it's Walking in the Wind. Like, the fact that I will never hear What a Feeling or Walking in the Wind live, really sad. Okay, moving on. This was also the year, guys, take some deep breaths, nobody argue in the comments, okay, ready? This was also the year the dress happened. The dress happened. Is it black and blue or is it white and gold? Now, no one start arguing in the comments, okay? But my opinion, that dress has always been white and gold. I don't understand why people say it's black and white. No, it's black and blue. That dress has always been white and gold to me. I've never felt so gaslit my entire life than in 2015. Listen, when they were 2015, the year of gaslighting, between the dress debate of it being white and gold or blue and black, and between One Direction lying and say they're going on break for 18 months, it was the year of gaslighting. 2015, the year of gaslighting. We were gaslit non-stop this year, guys. Everyone take deep breath. Everyone take deep breath. This was... like, there were people, like, fighting about this fucking thing. Like, there were people fighting about this ugly ass dress, because let's all be honest, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter what colour you see, the dress is fucking ugly and I don't think no one would ever wear it. Oof, we gotta move on, we can't talk about this. But yeah, if you saw White and Gold, can you comment down below? Because I only ever knew one other person in real life that saw White and Gold, so I've never felt more gaslit than that moment in time, so please. Anyway, moving on before I have a nosebleed for talking about it for so long. This was also the year of the Katy Perry Super Bowl performance with the Sharks. This was also the year the Bad Blood music video came out. Lives were changed. Also, another thing, this was the year where everything was rose gold. That's so 2015 now, look, I'm thinking about it. Oh my god. I believe this was also the year that the first rose gold iPhone came out. Guys, a rose gold iPhone that existed at one point in time. One of my friends had that phone as well, I remember that. Oh my god, what a time to be alive. Everything was rose gold. You couldn't move for rose gold in 2015. Oof. Oh yeah, this was also the year that Snapchat filters became a thing. This was the year where everyone and their mother had that bloody dog emoji. I say this, I was a part of this. I don't know what it was about that dog filter. It made everyone look better. What was it about? What was the psychology behind that dog filter on Snapchat? Yeah, this was also the year that selfie sticks and hoverboards were everywhere. Ugh. If you're one of those people that were on a hoverboard in 2015, my god, get a life. This was also the same year that Taylor Swift embarked on the 1989 World Tour, which became the highest grossing tour of that very year, and I believe one of the highest grossing tours of all time. This was also the same year that Steve Harvey said the wrong name at the Miss Universe pageant. Remember that? That was fun. I believe this was also the year that Hamilton was all the rage on Broadway. Also, what happened this year? Nicki Minaj called out Miley Cyrus at the VMAs. Remember that when they tried to nearly fist fought each other at the VMAs? Oh my good god. Also, more to this. This was the same year Rihanna wore the omelette dress to the Met Gala. That was a good day on the internet. Also, just other things that happened this year. This was the year that everyone was doing the whip and the nay-nay. This is so... Oof. I can feel an nosebleed. It's... Oof. So 2015, like such a visceral memory of everyone doing the whip and the nay-nay on the way to math class. Like, it was that bad for people. Also, this was the year the mannequin challenge became a thing. Oh my god. And also, this was the year that Ariana Grande licked a donut and says she hates America. Some may argue she foretold a prophecy that day, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Yeah, so before I go on a rant about that orange thing that is currently in the UK right now, don't get me started. But yeah, this was just a video I wanted to do to just revisit 2015 because the good old days, some may argue they were the good old days, the last good year we ever had. Because let's think about it, this was the year, oh my god, this was the year before Trump became president as well. Oof. This was the last good year we ever had, guys. Do you agree? Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to talk about 2015 pop culture. I found it very weird. I think it's such a strange year where so much was happening that year, so it was quite funny to revisit it and see what the hell was going on in 2015, because I blocked most of this out of my fucking memory, trust me. Yeah, I know this was a different video to what I usually do, but you know me, I find a topic, I will easily yap about it if I have any type of interest in it. So, but yeah, if you guys did like this type of video, comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like me to do. Would you like me to do 2014 as well, even though it's more than a decade? Anything like that. If you guys have any video suggestions, you are always free to comment them down below. I will always take them into account. So with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!